Hi everyone, today I'm going to get you started on your interest inventories. The purpose of this essentially is that for English 1020, you really need to be thinking about what you're interested in, what you're passionate about, what you care about, because this is going to lead you to your writing assignments. And we all know that if you really care about something, you're going to be more interested in it, more invested in it, and the writing is going to come much easier to you. So now's the time to really start thinking and exploring a lot of really complicated and adult issues that maybe you haven't even discovered before. So now it's kind of time to kind of get into that and get prepared for the semester. So I'm going to start with just a little clip here out of the New Yorker, and this is an interview with Key and Peele comedians, and it's where they are talking about their show and how they came to write their show. So I'm going to read this to you just really quickly and talk to you a little bit about coming up with ideas, so to speak. So they said, the next 3 seasons are a blur. I was getting in new territory as a writer-producer. Getting past the 2nd season on TV show, for me, was the equivalent of a 16th century European explorer making it to the Pacific, but with better snacks. I couldn't believe my luck and couldn't believe how tired I was. Key and Peele was always a grind to produce. 10 episodes could take a year. 3 months of writing, 1 month of pre-production, 3 months of shooting sketches, 2 months of editing them, a month shooting the wraparounds, another 2 months of putting it all together, mixing, etc. And then starting all over again. Just writing that last sentence and probably reading it brought back the feeling of perpetual exhaustion. Every year, we started the process by casting the widest net possible, including any idea that intrigued us. We typically wrote 5 times as many sketches as we needed. From there on, producing the show was a process of mercilessly winnowing down the material, cutting sketches, rewriting the ones that survived, and later editing each scene until we felt that what remained was the essence of what had intrigued us in the first place. So we are talking about writing a comedy show here. And what I love about this is that a lot of times people, especially, students think, oh, I'll just go with this simple, quick, easy first idea. And I love this example because these are professionals here. And if Key and Peele have to go through this grind, right, of really thinking and writing and rewriting, and going through multiple ideas until they got it just right and had one of the most successful shows right around as far as comedy goes. So if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for you. So I really want to encourage you to think about the work that it really takes to have excellent ideas that really take you to the next level. I want to push you there this semester. All right, so your interest inventories, this is where you're just gathering your ideas for the semester. To me, this is a continual and continuous list of the things that you're interested in that you're going to keep from now until basically we start your research-based argument paper, which is kind of towards the middle of the semester. So I want you to be thinking of it, yes, for that long. So you'll be thinking of it this week. You're going to turn in your initial list, but that doesn't mean that you can stop thinking there. So again, one of the reasons that we're doing this is there's a few different reasons. Number one, they help you think deeply and beyond the basics. So as you can imagine, as a 1020 teacher, there's a list of topics that continually come up. They're pretty basic. They're pretty surface level. Yes, there's kind of 2 different sides of the issue, that sort of thing. But I really want you to think deeply, creatively, interestingly, all those kinds of things so that you can go beyond those basics. Your interest inventories can also help you narrow the focus of an argumentative piece. One of the things I often see as a problem with 1020 students is thinking too broadly about a subject, and they never really get a lot of in-depth research because they're just on the surface. They're just scratching the surface of the conversation. So this can kind of help you think a little more narrowly. It can also help clarify your interests and tap into your own curiosity. Maybe you don't know what you care about. Maybe you don't know about current issues that really pull at your heartstrings yet. This is a great time for you to get involved and invested in those things. And it can also help you take time to develop a writing concept or conversation that matters to you and others. So what is going on in the world? What do people care about? Who is your audience going to be? And it can also help you consider the important issues or concepts that are current, like I just said. And this is also a great time for you to tap into maybe some issues in your major or your minor, or just some passions that you have that let you kind of explore those further. Okay, so in getting your interest inventory started, there's really not a right or wrong way to do this. It's a literal list or journaling or using online tools, doing some reading, saving articles that interest you. So just kind of keep an open mind when it comes to exploring these ideas. There's some different areas where you can get some different ideas. I'm going to show you opposing viewpoints in just a minute. The New York Times, just kind of browsing what's going on, opinion sections. NPR 1A is a really good, you can listen to it. You can go to the website and take a look at the titles there. Here's some different examples from, I'm not sure how I'm going to pull up here, from 1A, for example, that you might be interested in. Things like who should keep colleges safe, right? That's a topic on 1A. Controlling the internet, right? Looking at LGBTQ inclusion within the church, threats to protected speech. All of these are just things I just quickly pulled off of 1A. But as you can see, it's just kind of exploring where your ideas come from. Okay, so it can be tough when you're presenting an argument versus just giving some information. It can be tough because students often worry about being biased, so then they don't present any kind of opinion. Well, there's a difference between a well-research based opinion that is supported through logic and reasons and facts and being biased. So students often worry about that, but we do have to present an argument here. Some students worry there's no research on their topic. I guarantee you there's research out there, so don't give up on a topic or issue because you feel that way. It can be tough trying to get your topic narrowed. And it can be tough because there's a lot of overdone stuff. So you have to figure out some sort of fresh take. But this can also be really exciting because it's a time for you to dig into some new interests that you might have. So just really quickly, I'm going to pull up. So NPR 1A, you can just Google it. This just kind of shows you, you can listen, and you can also kind of just browse their topics that they have at hand. So that might help you a little bit there, especially if you're interested in podcasts. That might be the way to go. All right, this is MTSU's Walker Library, and you can find the library through the A to Z index on MTSU's main page. Just go to L for library. I think one of the more helpful things to do here is to go to research guides, and then we can go to E for English right here, and English 1020, and they have some wonderful resources that are already lined up for us here. In particular, under choosing a topic, we're going to be using opposing viewpoints in our first assignment as well. So this might be something for you to get to know. And let me get logged in here because I'm working from home. Oh, it logged me in. Great. Okay, so you can click Browse Issues. And there's just tons and tons and tons of issues for you to look at. So you can click on one and then go to viewpoints, for example. So there's 306 viewpoints on social media. One thing you're going to be looking for on your first assignment is content level. So you may want to try to limit yourself to level 4 and 5. And you can see here, for example, cyberbullying would be maybe something you could put on your interest inventory. So what you're going to do for your assignment that you're going to put in Dropbox is make a list of at least 20 plus interests that you have that you can put on your list and turn in to me. And I'm making you do so many because, again, I don't want you to limit yourself to that first idea or topic at hand. Also, I encourage you to be as specific as possible when you're making this list. So instead of putting social media, which was sort of the overview, it may help to put something like cyberbullying instead. All right, good luck. Send me an email if you have any questions, or ask it in the AMA Ask Me Anything board.